Hello and welcome to ErfDragon Bricks. Okay, so I'm bag 3 of the Lego minifigure series number 23. I only chose 3 characters. The first one was the sailor, the second one was the robot. Who do you think this one's going to be? Let me know in the comments below, but in the meantime, roll credits. Okay, so as I said, we're on the last bag of the series. I only chose 3 separate characters. The reason being is I was only really keen on 3 of them from this year's series. I don't normally collect the minifigure ones because they're not really, doesn't really catch my eye. But there were 3 characters that particularly on this occasion caught my interest. I thought, you know what, if I'm going to have any characters, these are the 3 that I need to have in my collection. But which 3 do you think it's going to be? So far we've had the sailor or the captain, whichever. I'm not quite sure if they've got a specific name, but we'll have to find out. But we've got the little sailing captain. Reminds me of Captain Birdseye. And I do love this design. Both the captain looks really cool, but just the boat itself, just the fact it's got this little mini boat. I mean, you could even have it that he's on his own and have the boat sitting next to him, which is what I might actually end up doing. I don't know. But I think that's such a great character. He is really cool. Yeah, I think I might do that. Actually, I might actually put the boat separately, just for the heck of it. But that was the first one, and I thought he was definitely worth getting. The second one I got, and this is the one that really caught my eye the most, because if you watched the LegoCon earlier this year is 2022, they actually introduced this particular character. So we got to see this one before it was actually released the whole set. And it's this little cardboard robot. So if you look closely, it's a little girl making a cardboard robot. There's little pieces there, she's got scissors in her hands. And I just thought, being sci-fi geek that I am, this was definitely worth adding to my collection. So these are the 2 that I've got so far. So what we're going to do is, as always, we're going to split this video into 2 parts. The first part will be the build, so you'll get to see me building it from end to end. There may be parts where I'll speed up the video, just to make the video shorter and get to the point a bit quicker. But if you don't want to watch that and you want to get straight to it, jump over to the animation, which is the second part of the video. And I'll just do a little animation. There might be some little sound effects and stuff like that, just to build this character up. And then right at the very end, we'll do a review of both this character that I'm doing today and the three as a whole. So let's stop right there and roll the video. Roll it! So trusty scissors to open it up. Oh. One quick thing from my last time, always make sure it's down the bottom. Because one time I cut off some of the costume of one of the characters. So always make sure that that's definitely not there. Well, I can safely say that it is the character I was hoping it would be, so I've got all the 3 characters I want. So before we get there, who do you think that this character is? Let me know in the comments below before we get there, if you haven't already checked the thumbnail. Here we go. Yep, it's 100% the character that I was looking for. Now I think with this animation I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to just line the character up this time round, rather than doing the usual in circles and swirls and stuff like that. So just try to do something a little bit different, just to keep it original. So there we go. And I'm not going to move these things until the bag is out of screen, out of shot. Previously I move it while the bag's moving, but I'm going to try and make only certain things move when they need to move. So I'm going to just try to be a bit more experimental. That said, I need to move this at least out of the way. Okay, so we've done some of the minifigures already, so we're almost halfway through. We're about to finish off the head and the hat and put them on the stand, and then I'm going to finish off the accessory piece in a moment. So let's carry on. Shouldn't be too long now. Okay, so we've got our little elf girl. She looks really good so far. So all we're going to do now is put the back pieces together. So I'm going to have them running around her for a bit, and then finally building up what they're supposed to build. So let's go. Now, interesting enough, I noticed that there's 2 roofs, 2 houses, and 2 snow or chimneys or whatever. So I could effectively make 2 houses instead of 1. So that's quite interesting that you've given us that many pieces. You don't normally get quite such a big chunk to make 2 actual builds. So I can actually make 2 houses on this. So that's really clever. Slight interjection here. I was going to make the dome go around as well, but then I thought rather than having to twist it around each time it goes round, I'm just going to put them in front. So the dome's going to be staying still and the rest is going to carry on. One additional tip I can give you, which I'm just realised I can't do in this instance because I've done this, is if you want to make it go round a few times, just record it, just animate it going around once, and then in the editing just repeat that process 3 or 4 times until you're happy that how many times you want it going around, which is what I was going to do, but because I changed my mind on this, I'm not going to do that now. But that's a little tip that might be useful. Okay, so I've reached the final part of this build, which is the dome or whatever this piece is. If you've been watching the LEGO channels, you'll know exactly what's going to be built in here, but let's keep it as a surprise until it actually gets in there. So here we go. On a side note, that's meant to be technically an illegal piece because you're not supposed to put studs in the centre of the bricks, but I guess on this one it doesn't matter too much, but generally that's not considered a legal move by LEGO. So the next part is one of the houses, which if I show you to the camera briefly, just so you can sort of see. Don't know how well this is focusing or not. It's a nice little cute little house, really tiny detail. But it makes what this is going to be that much better. And then the final piece, which is the roof. So now we've got a little house. Any guesses as to what this is going to be? And while we're at it, I might as well make the other one. And last but by no means least, putting it inside here. Voila, we have a snow globe with a Christmas house in there. Let's put that in her hand like it's a snowflake. Elf girl. I've just used a spare stud as a snowball for her to play with. That's her. We've got a spare little house that I can use. In fact, tell you what, I might even put it onto on here, on a platform there like that. So a little spare house on a little stand. And then last but by no means least, which is the main reason I got this, is got a nice little snow globe with a mini house in it, which I should be able to put in her hand, in her other hand, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And there we have it, our little elf girl with a snow globe, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So, what do you think? What do you think? You know, I was going to bring those two guys in. What do you think of this character? Do you like this particular character, or did you prefer the other two? So we had the sailor, which is the first one we looked at, the captain, who looks like Captain Birdseye, and then we had the cardboard robot. So of the three, which is your favourite? Let me just put that. So of the three, which is your favourite? I know which is my favourite, but what's yours? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll pass you back to the studio for a closeout and review. Oh, and a little bit of animation as well, which I've just been working on. So see you in a minute. So we finished our little elf girl. She's got a snow globe with a little house inside it, and there's even a spare house that I can share with you. Little tiny one, very, very small. You can sort of see how tiny that thing is. Look how big it is in my hand. Very, very cute. And I even used the last stud to make a little snowball in her hand. Don't know why, but I keep saying little in this one, so do apologise for saying little, but there you go. But before we talk about what I think of this character, let's look at the animation, see what we get, and I'll be back with you in a minute with a review. Let's do it. Okay, animation done, build done. What do you think of this character? Again, as I said, there were 3 characters in the series that I really wanted to get that I thought was worth it. This was definitely the 3rd one. My favourite is obviously the robot, but she is very cute as well. And to be quite honest, it's not so much the girl that I wanted, but the little house, the little snow globe. This is what for me made the difference between this particular series. So have a look at that. There will be photographs at the end of the video so you can see that up close and personal. Now a couple of things with this character. Up until now, as far as I know, there's never been an elf girl in the series. There's been a couple of sets. There's been the gingerbread house, there was an elf clubhouse. There wasn't any girls in that one. So to my mind, this is the first time I've seen an elf girl, so I can certainly add that to the clubhouse when I put that build together. But what do you think of this young lady? I think she's really cute. I think it's really great. She's got 2 different faces. The sort of smirk and the little smiley. So to my mind, this is the first time I've ever seen a little elf girl in the whole series, from the clubhouse to any others that I've seen so far. I'm sure there have been, but I've not been as into Lego until recently. But let me know if you've got one of these girls from a previous set. I'd love to know if there's any other ones where they've done a girl version of the elf. But at least you'll go with the clubhouse so that the boys will have somebody to actually take on a date, you know, for an evening, take them on a Christmas meal or something, who knows. So that was the character here. What do you think? Do you like this girl? Do you like the way that the snow globe is put together? Or did you prefer the robot or the ship? So do let me know in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. But before we go to the next video, in case you aren't aware, I do have an art channel called ErfDragon Art, and there'll be links down below for other channels that I've generated. So do feel free to check those out. And if you do enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know that you are enjoying this content and you want to see more of these kind of videos. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future episodes. Anyway, thanks for watching, keep bricking it, and I'll catch you later. Bye. Love the fact that she was obviously moving home. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss future. And don't forget the. Don't forget to